Um, and so he's gonna go off and do his thing. Now, last time there was actually an army here. There is not now. Oh, but there's the planet. Okay. So now they want me to move my battleship. Another thing that I realized the tutorial doesn't tell you, if you right click on a star, you can colonize all planets in a star system. So it'll just start doing it all. Yeah, I think that no matter what, you want to go with just building in a developed area. Like you'll say like this hydro generator, reduce build cost on an oceanic biodome or biome. That's fine. It lowers its costs some, but it's not enough. And again, it's the maintenance cost that's gonna get you. So you want that maintenance cost as low as possible. So always keep that on the grid. Clinical, hey, welcome back. How have you been? I'll turn that music up a little bit on the game. Did I apply that? It's not on apply. I think you do, whenever you're growing any of these plants, I think you do want to go and import what you can so that you get the population up, and then it'll expand your development. So then you have a grid large enough that you can place one of those big things. Then you can take off what you're importing. So I think I want to actually grow each of these planets enough to do those. I mean, this is the tutorial, so we don't really need to do that. But that's kind of what I want to do when I'm starting out my main game. So now it's going to have us conquer. The scout detected an enemy colony in the Zay system occupying a phasite. Phasite planet. Phasite is a level 0 resource that gives research. Since there don't seem to be any major defense fleets around, we should send our fleet to take the planet by force. That kind of sucks if it's not going to let me. If it's not going to stay developed here. It's spreading the development out, so I can't actually place one cheaply. That's okay. I can live with it. Yeah, I don't think it's going to give me any more development on this. 130 is acceptable, though. We got the victory over here. So we now own this planet. In addition to planets requiring particular types of resources to level up, resources can provide their consuming planet with pressure. Civilian population on the planet will automatically develop civilian buildings on the planet's surface to produce the type of pressure being imported. One of money, influence, energy, research, defense, or labor. Planets can only support a limited amount of pressure dependent on their total population. Importing more pressure than a planet's capacity will result in lost production efficiency. So you can see the pressure capacity here. Let's see. Although most of your production will be from civilian infrastructure, it is possible to spend parts of your budget on constructing imperial buildings on planet surfaces. These buildings generally cost a lot of money to build and maintain, but can give benefits that would not otherwise be able to get. Open the imperial buildings button on the right. I think that they wanted me inside of one of these first. That's that building's there. Speed up your research by selecting a research complex. So you notice like it's got the base price here. It's not always what you're going to pay if you put it in the right spot, but so you're actually getting discounts based on it being on developed land. So I'm guessing if we did that. Oh, it actually has reduced maintenance on crystalline too. So actually, it costs the same. If I just put it right here, that's what I should have done. So crystal planets, I can research. That's good to know. I didn't realize that. So you can put that on there, like it was a developed area, because that does both build cost and maintenance. That's great to know. I hadn't seen that on any others, so I was not expecting to see that. But apparently, okay, warehouses can go on desert biomes. I'm not sure how that works. Labor storage fills. Oh, adds 100 labor storage? How does that work? Hmm. Yeah. The way that they're treating labor as a good feels weird. That's alright. It's similar to Sins. I like Sins, but this is different. It's It's definitely got something else to it. But well, right here it definitely looks a lot more like Sens than it does in a main game. This is just a tutorial, so it's a very small area. Yeah, we'll get into more. Let's see. Resources that give research pressure will produce research points over time. Research points are used to unlock technologies on the research grid, which have various effects and improvements. You can only research technologies adjacent to the ones you already have. Technologies available for researching are indicated with a bright border. Switch to the research tab. Now notice this actually acts a lot like a browser. You'll see how it really looks like a browser when they actually finish giving me everything. There's actually a go button and a home. It's kind of interesting how that's done. So here's the tech tree, and we can research armor. Speed that up. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they want me to do bulkhead. Okay, now we can go to the design tab. Click the heavy carrier design. Every ship design consists of subsystems. Excuse me. Subsystems can consist of any number of hexes and can be painted in any shape on the design. The larger the size of a subsystem, the better it is relative to the other subsystems on the design. Some subsystems have core hexes, gun turrets, engine exhaust, etc. These are the core hexes. The ones that actually have the icon. If a core hex is destroyed in combat, the entire subsystem shuts off until it's repaired. So when you're getting attacked, I don't know if it's really random, but when they attack, it's gonna hit a particular part of your ship. And yeah, if it damages a particular system, then it's gonna take down that system a little bit, or if it hits the core, it's going to turn it down entirely. So obviously what's exposed on this weapon system, if they hit me from here, they'll shut off the whole weapon system. If they hit me from behind, they'll just damage it a little bit and disable that hex. So yeah. But you can armor it better, do more things here. One thing that I took a little bit of time getting my head wrapped around was this down here, if you can see that, interior space, 124, 128. I was like, what's governing this? How can I change it? It's basically, you have two options. You have a flagship that has the 128 interior space, or you have your support ship, which has 60 interior space. And that's it. But the size is like a multiplier for everything. No matter what, you have the same number of hexes, but depending on that size, that actually multiplies how effective each individual hex is. And they're going to be larger, they have more weight. It's essentially enlarging everything about it, but you still only have so many hexes. So yeah, it's really hard to get your head around. I'm